Hi guys, so this should be the last video in this little series on, trying these recommended setups for the MOT Groove. So we're going on to Smooth Q-Bomb now. So that was apparently what that means on Google Translate. It might be wrong, but I don't know. So, okay, I've taken it apart. We're just going to go through this. So, okay, so this is the rotating plate. So this is going to have, a long spring this time. Long spring with Teflon balls in D1 and D2. So nothing in the E holes this time. And by the way, if you turn it, it doesn't matter. They then become the E holes, they're the D holes. It just doesn't really matter. It's the same. Yeah, there's no difference. Just by the way, in case anyone was wondering. So long spring this time. It's going to be interesting. Right. So what was it? D1, D2. Now, it might be a little bit tougher to hold these down, as these are a little bit longer. I don't know. Again, I'm going to have to put this on the table because they have to be centered, or as centered as possible and straight, so that the balls can rest on the top. Oh, long spring zirconia. Did I say tungsten earlier? I don't know. Oh, come here. So, oh no, that's for the top bit. Sorry, it's Teflon, wasn't it? Going crazy. Right. You can see with the Teflon balls, they just get debris on them and they get flat spots. I want to use the ones I've already used. Oh, that went flying. Just because I want to make them last as long as possible. Yeah, see, this has got a flat spot on it. Well, it's got two flat spots. But yeah, I'll use that one. We haven't had Teflon balls in there before, so that's all we're putting in that rotating plate. So let's get that on. Test it. Is that right? I'm gonna have to sit down and have a look. Okay. The Teflon balls have stuck in there. Right, okay. It's much easier to put the plates back together when you're actually sort of closer to eye level, really. So I'm just sitting on my chair just doing this because it's easier. No. Oh god, I've been so good at this before. I know, sweetheart, hang on. No. Why am I struggling? It's because it's the last one. That's why I'm struggling. Because after I've done this, I just want to kick back and play Zelda. Okay, so put that back in. Get the slots in place, which again I have to do off camera because it's so hard to see in there. I know, darling. Hang on. Sorry, my cat, she's very vocal. She loves attention. She's more like a dog than a cat. I know, Baba. I know. She hasn't got my attention right now, and it's hot. Don't like the feel of that, but we'll see how it is. Is that definitely tight enough? Yeah. So, on the top plate, we've only got A1 and B2 being used, and long springs again. Okay, so A1 is this slot, and B2 is this slot. So, that's all we've got in the top. I've got a feeling this isn't going to be very good. I think based on the dense paragraph that we did in the previous video. I've got a feeling this isn't going to be great. Although I'd like to be proven wrong. Come on. Oh, this is difficult because there's a magnet under there. And it just wants to go sit with the magnet. Come on. There we go. That'll have to do. I'm sorry if any of this hasn't been in focus. This is so difficult to work with. It's fiddly and everything's so small. Okay, so we've got zirconia balls on there, and that's it for that one. Okay, that's the most, I guess it's the most basic setup out of all of them. Even the standard setup's got more in than this. So I'm going to have to sit down again to get this on. No. Come on. There we go. Might be alright. So not too tight. So I'm not talking much, it's because if you've watched the other videos, you've seen this all before. I don't need to repeat myself. Too tight. Oh, okay. This is fine. It's a bit more akin, I'd say, almost to the standard setup, the you know, just forward and backwards. It's a bit loose, but it's pleasant. Click to clear. Yeah, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. This is horrible. That's just mushy. Like, you can barely feel the individual clicks. And there's no, well, not clicks, but you know, like, there are what? Is it 32 points of rotation on this? And you can barely get really any sound. It's very mushy. It feels mushy. There's no satisfying click to it. Only to the these tracks do you get the click, which is the top part, not the rotating part. So that's nice. But this is frankly horrible. Yeah, no, don't like that one. I would say, if I was going to rank this, out of the 4 examples they give you, dense paragraph is the best. That's really good. That was in the previous video, and I'm going to change it all back to that, and I'm going to play around with that. Then I would go advanced stage, second best, then basic smooth, and then this smooth cube bomb, because this isn't, there's not really anything smooth about it. And I don't know what a cube bomb is. Is it quiet bomb? What's a quiet bomb? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? I don't know. Yeah. But overall, I would actually say the dense paragraph setup is the best that I've tried. Then I would say the standard setup out of box, then the advanced stage, then the basic smooth, then the smooth Q-bomb. But I think, you know, if you play around with this yourself, if you've got a MOT Groove and you want to try things out and experiment, then you should try everything, because, you know, it's all down to personal preference. You may like this. I don't. Oh, I've got a ball down there. I don't know where that came from. Unless I've done something wrong somewhere, or I've forgotten to put it away. Oh well. That's why you work on a tray, because then nothing goes missing. Hopefully. Yeah, this... someone might like this, but I really don't. That is just not pleasant. That's really mushy. That's fine. So, you know, if you play around with it, you could, you know, leave the top part, long spring zirconia, but you could change this one to, say, like we've done for the standard and these two setups. So you've got short spring and Teflon in there instead. Yeah. You just gotta... oh, wait a minute. No, it's not that. What am I thinking? No, you've got two extra... that's in the top part, sorry. Ignore that. So it's the D1, D2, E1, E2, which are in the rotating part. So you've only got half of the rotating part being used, and then you've got Teflon balls, and I think the Teflon balls are too soft. So you could have, so you can mix it up. You could just have, yeah, keep this, but then have D1, D2, E1, E2 as, I don't know, middle spring with tungsten balls or zirconia balls, but just anything but Teflon balls, because I don't think the Teflon works there. I think that's what's contributing to it being quiet and mushy. But yeah, anyway, experiment, have fun. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, then by all means please ask me, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. But yeah, have fun, play around, and if you've watched all my videos on this series, thank you so much. I appreciate your patience and, you know, your time watching my videos, so take care.